Here's a breakdown of the predictive sales funnel system that we built for a financial advisor. Now, this financial advisor is targeting new founders who just raised their seed and Series A funds in the past 3 months. We built a list of about 400 to 500 of these new founders who fits the criteria and the industry that this financial advisor wants to work with. And we're outreaching to these founders using cold email and cold DMs, just because it works for the offer that the financial advisor is selling to them, as well as the particular audience we're working with. So for you, your distribution system might be ads, it could be your content platform, either LinkedIn, Facebook, Instagram, the platform where your target audience are. Typically we use ads, but for this one we're setting up code email system just because we need this for some other things. So you can use ads, you can use your email, you can be in different communities where your ideal clients are. That's the different methods you can use in distributing your lead magnets or starting a conversation with your ideal client. So like I said, this financial advisor is targeting new founders who just raised their seed or Series A in the past 3 months. I already have a list of those founders. Now, the financial advisor wants to offer the financial planning and cash flow management to these new funders. So that's the service, that's the specific service he wants to offer to them. That means everything we're building, all the research we're doing, the landing pages, the lead magnets, is all towards achieving that goal, which is selling that specific service to new funders, which is financial management and cash flow management to new funders. So before we built the landing pages or even developed the lead magnets or the nurture sequence or all of that, the first thing we did was to do a deep research, a deep dive into the communities where new founders hang, because we don't want to assume the problems they're having, we don't want to assume the questions they're asking. We actually want to hear directly from them. So we scraped Reddit community. So we searched Reddit community, Slack groups, LinkedIn groups, Facebook groups. We were on X, we were in email communities or Slack communities, just to make sure we're in the conversation that these new founders are having. So we wanted to see the pain they were expressing, we wanted to see the questions they were asking, and the conversations they were having amongst each other about the company's finance, their new startup finance, or even their own personal finance. What we did after was then gather all these resources with some other internal resource that the financial advisor had. We gathered all of them and we put this into ChatGPT to analyze it. Now you can use the analysis with any other LLM that you prefer, but this one we use ChatGPT for it. So what we did when we put it all into ChatGPT was to see all the questions they were asking for the different areas. This is a document with all the questions and all the information we got after analyzing this conversation. So the common questions they were asking about their new series, personal income and cash flow questions, the risk management and safety net questions or observations or pain points or fears, savings and investment questions, questions about taxes, about equity, liquidity planning, and all of that. The good thing about this documents that we have is that we have a detailed document of the different questions they're asking, and we can use it to plan further offers or future offers and future sales funnel. But for this particular sales funnel, we just wanted to know their questions about risk management, about their cash flow, about runway, about their CAC. So that's all we wanted to know. So we extracted this question and then we used it in forming the basis of the lead magnets we designed, the landing pages, and also the nurture sequence. So this is the landing page we ended up designing, which is a founder safety net builder calculator. So it really helps founders to calculate the ideal runway and also determine how much liquidity they should responsibly take, from their next from their next funding round. So if we use this right now, let's assume some numbers here. Liquid fund, let's say 70,000. Partner income, let's say 4,000. Holding size, let's say million. So we have the scorecard immediately. So the lead magnet has been built in such a way that not only are you going to get a scorecard, or are you going to get a realistic view of your current situation immediately, but you're also going to get a strategic review and a sort of analysis of the scorecard or of the numbers that you got. So from the status analysis that we have here, we can see if these are my numbers, then I'm in like the yellow zone or in the okay zone. So cash flow optimization pending, which means I have a basic safety net, but it implies a forces of security given my risk profile. So it's going to tell me the phased out cash out targets as well as the ideal fund value in the next round. I also get a strategic review that's telling me the current situation, what I should do, and the pitfall I need to avoid. Now, the good thing about these lead magnets is not only are you getting the scorecard like most other calculators will give you, but you're also getting an analysis that is then tied to the service that the financial advisor wants to sell to the founder, which is financial management and cash flow optimization. So that's the service the financial advisor wants to offer. So we tied that offer to, we built in the offer into a lead magnet so that whatever results the founder gets, it still ties back to the offer that the financial advisor wants to offer them or wants to sell them. Now, since I'm in the yellow zone for my results, this is the landing page that I'll be directed to after seeing my analysis, because this is the landing page where I'm going to book my meeting. With the financial advisor. On the calculator side, I have seen my scorecard, I have seen the grim reality of my funds right now, and I've also seen some of the pitfalls that I need to work on immediately if I want my startup to survive, or if I want my business to survive as a new founder. So on the landing page, we have this video from the financial advisor, which addresses the results the founder got. It also, addresses the pain points they might have right now. It also presses on the risk that they're currently in, as well as show them the possibilities after the solutions they discuss in the meeting have been implemented or has been implemented. So we have all of that on the landing page. So the good thing about the founder safety nets that we designed is that for every result that the founders get, it's categorized under 3 categories. We have the great zone, we have the good zone, and we have the bad zone. So the great zone means you're doing perfectly well, but there's still a lot of things to do. The good zone, you're doing okay, a little slip to the left and you're going to be in danger zone. So you're doing okay, but this is what we need to do right now. This is how we need to make things better. And then the danger zone is like, your critical condition, you need to get out of this zone immediately. So we categorize every result under those 3 different categories. And based on the categories, that's the landing page that they'll be redirected to. The only reason why I was redirected to the landing page I just showed you is because I'm in the okay zone. So if my results was really abysmal, or if my runway is very low and my cash is very low right now, this is the landing page I'll be directed to, which is your personal runway is dangerously misaligned, which really presents the grim reality of the situation to the founder. It's not, you're not only giving them numbers. It's a different thing to give people numbers, but then it's another thing to actually paint the picture and make them feel the danger of where they are right now. So this is what we wanted to achieve with this landing page. So we still have the VSL, which is a different VSL that addresses the particular situation that founder is in. So we have a VSL, and then the different action plan that needs to be taken, and also it links directly to the financial advisor's calendar. Now, after the person books a meeting, this is the landing page. This is the thank you page that they will be taken to. They will be redirected to. So it's not only a confirmation of the meeting, but also a checklist of things that the founder needs to come to the meeting with. This makes them really engaged, and this makes them it builds a relationship, it establishes a relationship. We've been establishing a relationship through the lead magnet, through the landing page, but this also kind of involves them, because not only are they coming to the meeting, but now they have things they need to come to the meeting with. So it feels like they're part of it, but they're and also that they're actively working towards the solution that you are offering them as a financial advisor. So it makes them really engaged in the whole system. If back to the result I actually got, which was the OK stage, the yellow stage, this is the confirmation page I'll be redirected to. The same thing, it's confirming the meeting, but it's also giving me a checklist of things to bring to the meeting. And if my results was really good, if my result was really good, this is the landing page that I will be redirected to, which is the green zone. It's secured. Congratulations. Now let's accelerate your wealth. So it will still connect to the service that the financial advisor is offering, but it's way different from what someone who is in the danger zone is going to get. The VSL is different. The landing page is different. The thank you confirmation page is different. The copy is different. Even the nurturing email sequence is different. And that's because the more personalized experience your leads have when going through your sales funnel, the better the conversion rate is going to be. The more they can self-identify with the problem that you're helping them solve, and also be and actively engage and participate in the process of solving that problem. So if I was in the grid zone, this is the landing page that I would have been redirected to. It explains how we're going to accelerate my wealth. It's also explaining a lot of the dangers that I could be right now, or some of the risk I could be right now. If I don't have a financial advisor, if I don't have a planner, some of the issues I may run into, even though I'm in a great zone right now. And then it's giving me a playbook, liquidity optimization, trust architecture, tax loss harvesting, pre-IPO positioning. It's giving me all the things. It's basically painting a picture, I'm in a good zone, but this is a picture of a better zone that I can even get to as a founder. And once a founder books a meeting through this landing page, this is the confirmation page that they are led to. This confirmation page, like I said, it also confirms what has been said in the previous landing page, as well as give them a checklist. So even though they got a great result, they also get a checklist of things to come to the meeting with, which will make them more involved in the meeting, and is going to make them part of the solution that you're offering to them. Now, the next thing after the landing page is a nurturing sequence. For most people, they only have a post-meeting nurturing sequence. For us, we have a pre-meeting and post-meeting nurturing sequence. And that's because between the 2 or 5 days where a founder books a meeting and they eventually come to the meeting or eventually attend the meeting with you, we don't want them to be in limbo. We don't want them to, people have a lot of things going on in their mind, so we don't want them to forget the meeting or forget the reason why they attended the meeting in the first place. Or we want to make sure that the emotional connection that has been made and the feelings that has been built from the landing page, from using the lead magnets and then the landing page, we want to make sure we'll keep up that momentum. So we have a pre-meeting sequence that we typically send to whoever books a meeting. So we have three pre-meeting sequence for this financial advisor. So the first pre-meeting nurturing email is the confirmation and urgency. So it kind of confirms the meeting and also builds an urgency about the situation and what needs to be done. You're being told there's a runway criticality, you need to get out of this zone immediately, and that's what we're going to do in the meeting. And then the second email kind of prepares and reassures them, like, here the situation is grim, but this and this is what we're going to be able to achieve after the meeting. And it also gives them a checklist of things to come to the meeting with. And then the third email, which is on the day of the meeting, it gives them a final reminder and also kind of focuses the meeting and reminds them of what exactly will be discussed in the meeting. So when people are coming to the meeting, it's no longer an introductory meeting. They've already consumed a lot of your media through the VSL, through the landing pages, and they already know, they've self-identified with the problem you're solving, and they already know and trust your expertise, because if they've gone through the lead magnets, if they've gone through the landing pages, if they've watched the VSL, a level of trust has been built. So by the time they come to the meeting, it's no longer an introductory meeting where they're just meeting you for the first time. It's a closing meeting. It's one where they already know the service you're offering. They already self-identify with the problem that you're helping them solve, and they're willing and ready to pay for the service. Now, the payment part, it's one of the things we use in the lead magnets in terms of disqualifying people who can pay or people who are just curious about your service. That's why for our lead magnets, we set in a lot of filters. So people who don't meet the criteria or the fund or revenue that you're targeting won't make it to the point of booking a meeting with you. So that's the those are the three pre-meeting nurturing emails that we set. Now this is the post-meeting nurturing sequence that we set. This is the one that will be sent to them immediately after the meeting. It sends the summary of the meeting as well as the next steps to take. Now for the nurturing email sequence, the email that someone in the danger zone will be getting is far different from the one someone in the yellow zone or in the grid zone, which is the green zone, will be getting. Everything is tailored, everything is customized to the results they got, everything is customized to the founder. So it's not just the same email you're sending to everybody. Immediately they book the meeting, they'll be segmented into your email in your email system, either using MailChimp or ActiveCampaign or any of those other platforms. If we can segment the audience, we'll be able to segment and tag them so that you're not sending the same email to everybody. The second email post meeting is a 30-day milestone email. One of the things we like to do with our email is make them actionable, make them short, and make them direct. And then the third email is addressing mindset. It's still, all this email, they're still connecting to the financial advisor service. It's still connecting to the things that we discussed at the meeting. It's still connected to the pain points that we discovered in our first strategy session, as well as the landing page and also the results they got. So everything, you're addressing the same issue from different points. You're establishing trust, you're building relationship with the founder in this case, or with the lead. If you're targeting a different group entirely, you're building all of this is to build a relationship with them, to build a level of trust with them, because now they've consumed your content, they have interacted with your landing pages and your VSL, and they've attended a meeting with you. You want to make sure that at this point we don't lose them just because of mismanagement. So one of the ways we do that is to make sure that your tech is well integrated. We want to make sure everything is well integrated. So from the lead system, for us, our cold emailing system, we set it up with Instantly and a couple of other tools. So we want to make sure that our cold emailing system in this case is well connected to our CRM, which is well connected to our email system. If we're distributing the lead magnet through ads, we want to make sure that the Excel sheet is well connected to the CRM, or the results we're getting from there is well connected to the CRM, and then it's connected to the email system. And if we're sending SMS, we also want to make sure that the SMS platform is well connected, just to make sure that after all the work we've done, we don't end up losing qualified leads just because of negligence. So that's one of the reasons why tech stack integration is also part of the service. That's it, the breakdown of the predictive sales funnel system that we built for a financial advisor who is targeting founders who just raised their seed and Series A. We want to make sure that the financial advisor is consistently booking qualified meetings without having to post every day on LinkedIn, Facebook, any of these platforms. We want to make sure that they can get off the referral system where they only get clients when they are referred to them, or even outdated sales system. So we want to have a system that is helping them predictively book qualified meetings every single month consistently without exhausting themselves, so that they can scale and also expand the business. So basically that's all we covered in the sales funnel.